Hi everyone. This is the second video to help you with your DIGO and your full bibliographic citations. So basically it's kind of library resources. It's tricky part 2. So first, you should watch this video that's in the announcements, and when I post this I'll put it in there, I'll link to it again, about using DIGO to bookmark library resources. So watch that video. That's step number 1. Now what's the other thing is if you're in my class, Shelley section, you're doing APA style. And the thing is, if you look at page 312, again, 312, in the textbook, with APA and library databases, ideally you find the digital object identifier for the resource. So if you look at page 313, there's an example of using the digital object identifier in the citation, in the first citation example, and then referring to a different article in the same journal, but it was found online. So the idea here is you need to kind of put where you found the resource, and if you found it in a database, you're trying to find the DOI. The thing is, and here's the part tricky too, is trying to find the DOI is really hard. So I'm in our library databases in 2 different articles, and I'm sitting here looking at this page going like, okay, where's the DOI? So I carefully look up here. I don't see stuff on the left. Don't see stuff. Well, wait, there's this show details. Let's click on show details. Hey, guess what? There it is. So under show details, I found the DOI. And it's a nice, long, ugly one. For your citation, you would really only need the numbers. You wouldn't need the URL part of it. If you look at, again, the examples in the textbook, the DOI is digital object identifier, and it's just this set of numbers. So in this case, we found it, but notice we had to dig for it. Now I'm going to go into another database, and I have another resource here. So let's see, where's the DOI? We're in the detailed record, so that means in theory everything's here. Scrolling down the page. Abstract, article. Okay, the ISSN, that's a number there. Accession number, database. Don't see it there. Over here on the right. Let's see what site says. APA. Okay, so what's interesting here is they're using an old form of APA where it says retrieved from the database. That's not what APA asks for anymore. So we're going to close this, and this also shows you that you can't trust automatic citation generators because they're not always correct. Therefore, in this case, we don't find a DOI. So again, I'm going to direct you back to page 312 in the textbook, and it says if you can't find the DOI, then you can provide a link to the homepage of the journal or periodical. Okay, so here we've got a link to the journal, the source. Let's link out. Let's go search for it. Google.com. So we're going to search for the homepage of the journal. There we go. So there's the homepage of the journal. So if we're citing an APA style, this article from the EBSCO database, and it does not have a DOI, digital object identifier, it means that instead of putting the digital object identifier, we have to go search and find the URL, the web address for the title of the journal. And that's what we would put in the citation. So, quick rehash of what you need to be doing in DIGO. Basically in DIGO, so I'm going to give you an example here, you're pulling together an annotated bibliography that will include the link, so that's the link to the resource. It'll include a full bibliographic citation. So here in this example with this student under abolish mandatory minimums, you've got a full bibliographic citation. Again, in this case, he was working with an old version of APA. APA just updated. So instead of saying retrieved from Academic Search Premier Database, he would ideally put the DOI, and if he couldn't find the DOI, he would put the URL of the journal for this resource. And then the annotated portion of it is the paragraph of information asked for in the homework assignment or asked for what will be your assignment prompt for project 2.